Okay, so in the previous video, I showed you how to find certain academic sources using Google Scholar. And I did touch on a little bit around the citation of the sources that you do like. And I wanted to make this video to show you how you can use Endnote to actually store the citation and the PDF document of different academic sources. And so I'm going to take you through from the Google Scholar search that we previously did. And you will see in this particular screen, you can see this import into Endnote, and it appears on each of the entries, as you can see, and it continues down. And that's really helpful shortcut that you do have to set up if you just go into your settings function. And you'll see here, I actually have mine turned on. By default, it will be off. And you want to make sure you have it set for Endnote. As you can see, there are multiple options here. And make sure you save that, because back in here this ensures this is displayed correctly. And what it does is when you find an article that you go, I'd like to save this because I'm going to use it in my work, or I may use it in my work, I want to be able to quickly import the data. And rather than clicking on the citation tool, copying this and adding it in, you can actually import it directly into Endnote. And it works like this. I'm going to click on the import into Endnote, and I'm going to open this file up, which will open up my Endnote on my computer. And of course, this involves you having Endnote on your computer, which you can download from the student sources for the university and install it on your own computer. And here we are. So you can see it's preloaded the information that is available from this database into the correct categories. Now, it has identified this correctly as a book chapter, but you can see most of the information for a book chapter is added. The publisher, the page numbers, there's no chapter number, but that's not an essential element if it's not available. And there are a few other things that are empty, which is fine because not everything needs to be added within this list. And it gives you a preview of what that will display as using APA 7th edition. So a quick look here, and I can see one major fault with this presentation, and that is the overcapitalization in the title. So I can change that here and save it. Okay, so taking an educated guess on how a title should be presented with correct capitalization for sentence case, I can now save this, and I can see it's updated this particular preview. Of course, you can always add your copy of your PDF into your library so it is kept with the citation for future use. However, now that I've updated this information, it's still referred to it as an imported reference. I'm going to put this into a group here with my STEM connections, and then that will be saved with all the other related articles that I have grouped according to what my interests were for this particular resource. But of course, it also appears in the great big long list of all the references. So this video has just been a quick overview of how you can import a citation directly from Google Scholar into Endnote so you can manage this particular side of materials. But now the next step will be to make use of this Endnote reference and add that as a citation into a Word document.